do this, and she emailed me, Mark and Matt, and she was like, I'm going to need each of you to write a 10-minute speech. And I'm thinking to myself, that's almost as long as my junior thesis. And she said it needed to be tasteful. I hope this is tasteful. If not, I might get a lot of disappointed comments afterwards. But over the years, I've been to a lot of fall sports or winter sports award programs and heard a lot of senior speeches. You've got a classic one. I would like to thank my mom and dad for driving, my siblings for encouraging me, my grandparents for cheering at my game, my classmates for supporting me, my teammates for playing with me, my dog that I had in 4th grade for getting me into playing with balls, and on and on and on. There's a speech where the senior goes around talking about each person. That's one of the ones that usually happens. I remember when Mark tripped the first game and bruised both of the bones in his leg for 3 weeks. Then you have the one senior who always forgets to make a speech and wings it, and usually involves a lot of ums and pauses and ors. Most speeches are a combination of 2 or 3 of those. But today I want to do something a little bit different. I want to talk about losing. I've been playing varsity sports for 4 years in a total of 6 different seasons, and out of those 6 seasons, 3 basketball varsity seasons, 2 basketball AAU seasons, and 1 soccer, I've never had a winning season. My first basketball season, we won maybe 1 or 2 games. The next season, we won a couple. The third, we won 4 or 5. With my AAU seasons, we had a losing record in 3 out of 4 tournaments that we competed in each year. In soccer this year, we won a few games, but we've lost a whole lot more. Each season might have a different reason for why they lost, such as it's being the first year, or not many subs, or some other circumstance. I'm not here to talk about excuses or what made people lose, but if you're losing 9 out of 10 games, the reality is that you're just not the better team. Most of you today are probably familiar with losing, or being in a losing season, but on the off chance that you're not, here's what it is. You're the team that other teams look forward to playing. You're the team that they try to schedule their senior night against. Losing does something to you mentally after a while. You start thinking about sports a little bit differently than if you were winning. You start wishing sometimes that you weren't playing. You have the long drive home from almost every single away game feeling down. You have to figure out what to tell your friends and parents night after night in a row when they ask how the game went, and you don't want to say, not good for the 5th night in a row. I've learned how to say badly so many different ways than I could before. After your 4th season of losing on completely different teams and completely different sports with different players, you start to wonder if you're the problem. Would it have been better for all those seasons if you just hadn't played? You start to question those around you, telling you, good game, or you played well. How can someone tell you played well after you've lost the 10th game in a row? You start to wonder if it's even possible to win. You start to wonder how winning works. What are the key mechanics that all need to come together to win? Is it primarily about coaching? Is it about the quality or quantity of players playing? Do refs call every game badly like the players say? Or do we just not play as well as the other team? Is it about being more athletic or more skilled? Is it about caring more? Is it about practicing harder? Life can be like this. You could go through life losing over and over and over again. You might not win once in your entire life. You might think, finally, this year I have a chance, only to lose 3 times at the beginning. You might have others telling you you're doing well, or hey, it was a good effort, but almost never feel it. I don't have an answer on how to win, but that's not what I said I was going to talk about. I'm here to talk about how to lose and move on, whether it's in a sport or in life. You keep your head up, that's the most important. Don't waste time beating yourself up. That only hurts you more. Acknowledge where you failed and move on. If your car got a flat tire because you ran over a piece of glass, you don't slash the other 3 tires. You fix it and start driving again. You need to work on where you failed so that you hopefully won't make that mistake again. Life doesn't wait for you when you fail. You don't have the privilege to go watch hours of Netflix with junk food just because you're feeling sad, because you've got to wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning to work. You have to keep moving on. Don't waste a single loss. They're each a gift. You learn faster from losing than you do from winning. It's in the nature of mistakes. Every time that you mess up, God is showing you where you can improve. I've thought about waiting on giving this speech until the Winter Sports Award banquet for basketball, but I'm hoping it won't be relevant then. My invitation to all my teammates here is to come join me on the team. Last day to sign up is tomorrow. I've learned a lot over the past 4 years about losing. And this basketball season, I'm hoping to learn a little bit about winning.